Let's see. Is my layout working? Yep. Audio being captured. Microphone being captured. Here, I'll put my quartzy stuff away. Take my shield off. I like to take my armor off too. Bro, what? I swear I changed my skin back from this ship, but did I not hit like apply or something? Do I have to hit apply? Oh, I do have to hit apply. That's okay. I'll stay this one more day. So last time I streamed on this server, I made this little place. I made my own art gallery or museum, and I created this section for everything I've painted. Still hasn't been fully filled out yet, but and I also made this one for art that I've received or that I've bought, that I've purchased. I think I did a good bit of this off stream actually, because I was watching some YouTube while I dug this out. I know that much. And it was during that stream that I had this idea where I was like, I should just go tour art galleries, especially since I've sold some of my art pieces on this server, and it would be really funny to run into one of them just like in the wild. I'm out of red wool and black wool. That's fine. It's fine, I promise it's okay. So yeah, I think the way I'm gonna do this, ideally people come along and they TPA me to their galleries. That'd be fun, but whoa, this is different. Are they did they just do this for this room, or are they planning on raising the roof for the whole thing? 'Cause that's commitment if they do it for the whole place. That was so jarring to come in here and see that. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna go through, probably not the alphabetical warps, but maybe the numbered ones, and I'm just gonna look for gallery. I don't know if that's the best way of doing this. This idea is still new to me. I know art galleries can also be just in random places too that aren't named gallery. But okay, we see Alias Girls Art Void. I think I've actually seen that place, if that's the place I think it is, but we can go there anyway. There's also Evergreen Studio, which studio, it could be an art studio. We don't know. What did I just see? Furry stuff? Oh no, it's Rain World. I know there is some furry shit in here though. Hold on, I might have gone too far. Nope. Well, a little bit too far. 105 was the studio. Oh, but it's got unpleasant gradients face there. That's Huh? That's gotta be the place where he films his show, so not a art studio. Here it is. Alias Girls Art Void. Yeah, I think this is the exact place I thought it was. I'm not sure though. I think I've seen this place before. No waystone, from what I can tell. Oh boy. Oh boy. Am I able to, like, turn this up? Hold on. Entities? These are entities, right? If I turn that all the way up, does that... Wowza. Wowza. I don't know if that changed things. It feels like it did. Oh my god, this place is laggy. Alright. Let's see. The purpose of this stream is to specifically, like, actually check out art, not just drop by galleries, be like cool, and then move on. So let's at least admire everything here. Neat little tales. Is that FL Studio? Judy Hopps. I recognize this character, not by name though. I recognize that character, not by name. I don't remember the name of that Pokemon, because I'm not a Pokemon guy. That's Sylveon though. Some cool Hollow Knight stuff. That's a monkey, Silk Song, Portal, Karomi and My Melody. So Luigi up there. This piece is very cool. It's very big. Just straight up the Silk Song logo. I'm down with that. Still have not seen this movie. Still really want to because I've heard it's very good. It looks very good, so. God, what's your name again? Is it Diane Foxington? Dude, the Bad Guys movies are kind of peak, to be honest. Take out the fart jokes, and that's like a 10 out of 10 movie, but they have fart jokes, so it's like a 9 out of 10. 9.5 maybe. Theo. Bunch of Mikus over here. Sex and Rouge the Bat. Bunch of gore here and horrific images. I love that. Roxy is pretty peak. Say No to Come. This fucker. Hey, I own these two as well. I have those ones. Twilight Sparkle. That's a pretty good painting. I feel like I've seen that one. Hey, I'm taking a screenshot of that one. I love my Yuri. I love Yuri. Yuri is who my skin would be right now if I didn't accidentally not change it. This Teto looking, you know, as she does. I don't know if I'm supposed to recognize any of these characters, like those guys. Don't know what they're from. Foreclosure with Meow Skulls. Dr. House. That's not Roxy, right? But different, I can't tell. I think that's a different character though. Yeah, as if I didn't hate Happy Ghasts enough for just being stupid looking and ugly and I hate them. Why would you put them in an art gallery? They keep getting in the fucking way. Alright. Bananas. Should I pick out like a favorite? Should I pick a favorite for every art gallery I go to? I think I should pick a favorite. Not biased at all, but Yuri is my bae. Yuri is my bae. Yuri is bae. Cringe as it might be, was the username of my very first Discord account. When I first got a Discord account, I named myself Yuri is bae, and so all my friends called me Yuri. For short. Funny how that works. My waifu became me. I became my waifu. And for the past like year or two, I think the last 2 years maybe, my nickname on Discord has been back to Yuri. It was my normal name, Smokescream, for a while. But I changed it back to Yuri for nostalgia's sake, and it stuck again because it reminded me of the good old days. And now all my friends call me Yuri again, except for Jacob, because Jacob only ever knew me as Smoke, so he still calls me Smoke. Or well, knew me as Smokescream. He just calls me Smoke still. Let's try looking for another. Ooh, okay. This is meant to be the art gallery stream, but I have to go to Stardew Valley. I've been playing that like near every day for the past month. So that's 114. After that, we can go to 118, the Gary Museum. 114 and 118. I don't know if the Gary Museum is Carson's museum or not, or if it's a different thing. I didn't think Carson's place was in the back rooms. Like, I assumed he kind of just wanted people to have to work to get to his place, work for it. Right, so we said 114 first. I have to check out Stardew. I'm just gonna look, and I'm gonna grab like a waystone if there is one. Cob Hob, New Delhi. Okay, where is this? This is like where you go to get to Robin's. Oh, this is making me tingle. This is giving me the tingles. It seems unfinished. That might just be because this is like an empty farm, like how you start out. Ooh, they went with mushrooms though. That's kind of cringe. Grandpa's shrine. I wonder if this place is like finished or if they're still working on it. Mods don't smite me, but I want to look at this in free cam. What is that? This is nothing, right? Like, is that nothing? Because normally you go left from town here, and it takes you to below the farm. But I guess for it to fit in Minecraft, it had to be spaced out like that. They're building this over here. Dude, this is sick. I actually was thinking about building Stardew in like season 6 because I've been loving Stardew Valley so much. But they're already doing it here, so you know, I don't want to take their idea. Let me see. Claim info. Who do we have to thank for this? Cobwebby? Excuse my being nosy here. Offline since 3 days. Okay, so they're still like relatively active. You know, they haven't been online in 3 days, but like I've had times where I haven't been on for like a week or two, so Ooh. Oh, I can't leave a review. I'd have to ask for claim permission. But here's my live stream review of that. Very cool. Thumbs up. I love Stardew. I wanted to play Stardew some more today. Is this the place I think it is? It is. I toured this place last SMP Online stream. I wanted to play more Stardew today, but the heat has just had me so tired all day. And then just like a little bit earlier, I was like, I kind of feel like streaming. But I felt like I wanted to do this more than I wanted to like boot up Stardew right now. So I don't think I'm gonna do a Stardew session today. Just because I'm like tired. Okay, yeah. This isn't Carson's place. I didn't think it was. Or at least I thought it might not be. Is this just gonna take me down there? Yeah. Right. Oh, I've been here before? Huh. Well, I don't remember the place anyway, so... I'm assuming this is just gonna be for, Gary-themed paintings? Oh, where am I going? To level -1, main hall. Okay, I'll check up first. Or not, hold on. Gary Exhibit 4. A rotating series of collections and curated sets of art. Here's Gary. Attack on Gary. Oh, I see. Is that meant to be like that? Yeah, that's like a that's like a wall. Okay. I thought it was like rotated. Pumpkin Gary. Scarecrow. Guy called Gaias. Alright. Yeah, there's some cool Garys here. I like these Garys. Is that... Yeah, Gary Isaac. I only played a little bit of Isaac. It's not my usual choice of game. Dude, I love Funko Squad. Funko Squad is one of my favorites that I've seen. I love Funko Squad. Why is that one called A Dark Alley? Oh, no, it's A Dark Ally, not alley. I'm a little, goofy. Bargain. Rub my tum-tum. Yeah, this place is pretty much, everything I expected it to be. Just a lot of Gary. That's a cool one. I like the ooze Gary. Mouse Gary is also pretty fun. If that's what that is, it looks mouse-esque. I like the Gary shapes. You are Sigma. Rick and Morty. Protogen Gary. Oh, wow. Velvet Gary. Okay, now how do I get out of this place quickly? I was hoping that it would take me to like a roof that I could jump off of. Because I still want to check out level -0, but I guess I'll have to go down manually. Gee, there were not this many sets of stairs on the way up, was there? Oh, a balcony, hold on. Shit, I can't make that. Shit, I can't make that. Yeah, we can keep the elytra on. To level -0. Oh, wow. Now that is cool. What was this one called? Gary Galactica? I don't know how you pronounce that name, I'm sorry. That's a very cool one though. It's very pretty. I mostly came to look at this one because I wanted to forget I ever saw this one on the way down. Gary's Stick of Fargan. An easel he used to paint virtual hell? I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that painting of his. Oh, it's this one. Alright. Alright. Minimalist. Maybe I should paint my own Gary. Oh, wow. Maybe that's how I end the stream today. Maybe once I'm done looking at these. Shoot, I forgot my name would be red. I didn't mean to put myself on a billboard like that. I just wanted to be a part of something, you know. I didn't mean to yell at everyone that, hey, I'm a red name, I'm streaming. I didn't mean to put myself on the map like that. This place is huge, by the way. There's so many Garys. I should see if there's like a donation box, because if there is, I'll hella paint a Gary later and like come and donate it. Okay, this way. Ah, yeah, make your own Gary art, use the hoppers. Is that over here? Donate here. Paint palettes, canvases up to 4. Yeah, I'll do this later. I'll tour some more art galleries and then I'll wrap up the stream by making my own Gary painting. I haven't made anything of Gary yet, personally. As popular of a character he is, I haven't made my own Gary art. This way to the main area, I think. Hold on, I just got stopped in my tracks by a painting I saw. And I already knew what it was, but I just wanted to come and admire it. I love MLP. Dude, today I spent like multiple hours watching a sub genre of video that I never knew existed. But I got recommended one and I just watched a bunch of them. It was like My Little Pony, like infection horror AUs. I just got sucked into that and I watched like a few hours of content related to that. Alright, let's see. Artspire calls out to me as that's gonna be a thing. Artspire is gonna be an art collection of some kind. And the art gallery too. So 130 and 144. We can remember 144. That's the funny frame rate. Artspire first though. Dude, what the heck? Congratulations on your 5-stream watch streak revival cheating. I didn't even know you'd be doing all that. $130. Where's 130? Artspire. These fish look cool. Fish but red. I'm a lurker, yeah. I appreciate it though. Oh, this is very similar to the other place. And apparently I've been here before too, but that was probably a long time ago. What's ticking? Anyways, a lot of anime girls. See if there's anything I recognize here. I'm very media illiterate. I've been trying to watch like more shows and like movies and anime these past years so that I can be less media illiterate. But I'm still pretty media illiterate. Like the Five Nights at Freddy's is the only thing I've recognized so far. Other than like I saw Silk Song over there as well. Oh yeah, I remember Whore. I'm a fan of Whore. Money, Baba Is You, Monster Energy. Dude, I love Monster Energy, but I've been cutting back on it so that I don't like destroy my body. I wanted some energy today, so before stream I drank some iced coffee. I don't like coffee, but I got caramel flavored coffee, so it wasn't as bad for my taste buds. It's definitely healthier than Monster, I have to imagine. But yeah, I saw these just a second ago. I want to point these out. These are very cool. Obviously, I've been playing a lot of Stardew this past month, so very cool. That's Abigail, right? My wife? What's up? My other wife? What's up? I've seen that character before, I feel like. We don't talk about that one. That's adorable. Oh, that's Comey, right? I didn't finish that anime, but I watched like most of it back in the day. I might come back to it and like finish it. Like rewatch it and finish it. Because it's not like I wasn't enjoying it, it's just I was watching it and then the episode stopped coming in dubbed. And I was like, that sucks. But I assume they're all dubbed now. God, that was like 4 or so years ago that I watched that. It was a long time ago. Maybe even 5 years ago. Anyways, yeah, all of this art is pretty sick. Some talented ass people on this server, bro. Oh, I know that character. I think that's Kana, right? Or Kana. I don't know how you pronounce it. That's another anime I'm curious to watch. Because I want to know how and why the small girl is allegedly a 1,000-year-old dragon or something. More Stardew paintings, which are really cool, and I just saw Abigail again and Terraria stuff. Love Terraria. Terraria's a massive favorite of mine in terms of games. Is that Transformers? I don't know. I don't know if I'm being a clown right now, but that looks like Transformers to me. Alright, and is that everything I can see of this gallery? I think so. Nothing else stands out to me as anything I recognize. Very cool one. Very cool one. This was whose place is this? Fishing Stupid's place. Very nice collection. Wait, no, I want to go to the back rooms through here. And we're going to 144 next. Warp 144. I don't remember what the name of the place was, just that that's where we're going next. 144. Just the art gallery, okay. SFM-C6. New Waystone. Dude, I wonder how, like, likely it is that I find a painting I made in an art gallery. I almost want to ask around at some point to see if I can locate any of the people that purchased my art. Because I've only sold it through the auction, not like an actual store. So every piece of mine that's been bought by someone, aside from me, they are the only person that owns that art. Just them and me. So it would be pretty unlikely, but it would be super funny at the same time. I've only sold like 5 artworks, maybe. Maybe more, I don't quite remember. Rarity again? Wait, that's fine source. I'm gonna pretend like I don't recognize that. John Pork, Omnom is epic. I love Omnom. I think that's 2B from Near Automata. I tried playing that game like a year or two ago maybe, and I didn't realize it was a game without autosaves. So I did like this whole tutorial, died to a boss, and then got started off at minute 0 of the game. And so I didn't keep playing it. Lesbians Eat What is pretty funny. That's a funny one. Sigma. Alright, let's head inside. Let's see what we can see. A lot of Pokemon here. Peanut butter jelly time. Sans-esque. Shy Gal. Teto Pair. Say No to Come. Is that... That's a Miku, right? That's meant to be Miku? Hot dog of some kind. Jeez. Buff-ass Hello Kitty, some Kuromis. Bunch of cats, awesome cats. Shotgun Mario. Is that meant to be Toy Chica? Simpsons. Let's check this wall. I just saw on the inside as well. Not much on these walls, but that's fine. I just saw on the inside, Loki. Yeah, there's a bunch of these cards. These are pretty cool. But like, almost every art gallery has a few of these. A few of these somewhere. They've got some paintings for sale. You know what? I kind of want my own Wookiee but dog. I'll take one of those for my personal collection. I'm just gonna go back to the back rooms through this, because I need to check the book again. Where's the book? There we go. So we just went to 144. Looking for the next... Obviously a art gallery place. This person? Oh hey, and we just came up on Cat Island. I should put a gallery in Cat Island at some point, maybe. But where are we going? 178? So that'll be on the same row as Cat Island even, if I'm not mistaken. So just keep a lookout for Cat Island. Yep, there she is. This is my place. I made this. And then there's this place. Christmas Fuego. Very cool. What? I didn't even know you could name pictures. Wait, how have I been here as well and I don't even remember? I've been to a lot more places than I actually remember having been. Is that the character from that one game, Risk of Rain? It looks like a Risk of Rain character. This is an inoptimal way to view art that's for sale, but it is what it is. So which part of this is the gallery? This? Is this just a picture gallery? Or are there paintings? This might be this one might be a work in progress. This doesn't look this doesn't look very complete. What is this structure meant to be? I saw like the vague shape of it and I thought it was meant to like look like some sort of large skull of a beast that was slain and then turned into an art gallery, but it's just a building. Alright. I don't think this one was finished. Oops. Fat fingered the W key. Right there. Let's try out another place then. We've got Void Studio Art at 192. I just want to check some more places here. Okay, so 192, 195, and 197 all seem to be places. Oh, and 199. So I'm just gonna remember 192 and 199. And I'll remember the others by proxy. Just so I don't have to keep coming all the way back here to check names of places. Who's that? 192. Next. They looked at the here maybe. Oh, we're at the midsection anyway. No. 192, 192, 192. Void Studios Art Gallery. 579 is another good way of remembering it. It's I remember, you know, I have like some amount of like memory storage in my brain. I can give myself some credit with regards to that. To our home. Oh god, what kind of place is this? Is this even, does this even lead to any form of gallery or Mario games? You know, I think this is, yeah, this is the gallery itself. I thought as much. It might be one that doesn't have anything, though. It might be another one that's empty. Which is unfortunate. My home gallery doesn't, with the way I built it, it doesn't accommodate paintings that take up multiple canvases. But that's just the hole I dug myself into, and I've got to deal with that. Maybe I should be checking out some art shops around the place too. There's, I mean, I like them, but it's interesting that the My Little Pony, like, cutie mark paintings are here. Oh my god, I fell for that. You've got, this definitely isn't the first time I've fallen for a fake warp pad. I wasn't looking at the ground, I was just like, yeah, I see a warp pad out the corner of my eye. Alright. 195 then? Next. Where is here? It says closed currently. So does that mean I can't check the place out? Is there anything even to check out? Or... Dude, it's making me pretty flaccid that there's so few of these places with anything at all to look at. But I don't know, maybe it's a new place. But that's a museum. I think this is the one I actually wanted to check out. I think this is 195. So I remember reading Blue Truck Museum in the book. I didn't read the Spider Cave thing. Because I don't think that had art gallery or anything actually in the name of it. To be fair. But again, where is the art? Where is the art? That's just a house. What is this place? Why are there trucks here? Why is it just trucks? Blue Truck Museum. Oh? No? What is going on, Ben? Is there an entrance to anything here? This must... I'm just gonna say this isn't... They haven't made it yet. Hold on, I have a Discord message to check. No I don't. Because I see what server it's in, and that's gonna be something I wanna look at later. When I can, put my attention to it. It's in a server where I asked for advice on a technical creative issue that I was having. So I'm gonna want to be able to commit my brain to soaking that in later. This one next. I recognize the name Sugip, so I'm pretty sure this guy's actually gonna have some stuff to check out. And I've been here before. I've been here literally like multiple times. During like random tour streams. But for the record, I've never actually come and check out the art here. I just came here and then like left without walking through the place. Is that syrupy poor job? That's not what that is at all. That's just a painting of somebody's feet, or a picture rather. Autism. That. Okay. Let's see, so I'll see what that is up close when I wrap back around. Alright, I think there's not much to this place either. Fucking pothole. I like pothole. That's funny. Alright, this is just a landscape portrait with a black box on it. Okay, well this place is neat looking on the inside. It's one of the things I praised when I came here before, was I really love the floor in this place. This looks sick underneath. And like this whole interior looks really, really nice. It just it just needs to be populated with more art, and then it'll be better, you know. But 199 next. I believe we're looking at this. Yeah, the Needle Gallery. Oh no, I didn't read that at all. Thneedville. Ain't no way I said the needle. Right, Thneednil. Thneedville Gallery. Oh, I've been here before. Story of my life, am I right? I've seen this place too. I To be fair, I did see the 2 warps next to it, the Squid Game thing and the Chained Islands. And I knew I'd seen those places before, so I guess I might have just briefly checked this place out too. This is less of a gallery and more of like a painting store, but yeah, I mean it looks neat. Which direction was it for Central again? This way for sure, because I just saw Cat Island, so this is going backwards. Let's see what else we can find. So we were at 199. Aiden's Jelly Gal. That could be Gal for gallery, so we can check that out. 205. $205, 230. You know what? Give me one moment. What? Why does that happen sometimes? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. So 205 sounds like a place to check out. We said 230. 237 also. 230. I'm just gonna take note of a bunch of warp plates, and then we can check out a bunch at once without having to come back and do this. Lab. Art shop. I'm still down to check out art shops, because I'd also like to buy more art wherever I can. Wait, and that was 230 or 257. Let's see. Another art gallery here, 269. Duke Swaggerton's fine ass art. Well, we've got to check that out. That sounds like another store. So 271. This is a definite smart idea from me, right? Writing these down. Do I go through all of these pages and actually check out every museum I can find? Is that a good idea? Would that be a good stream? 5-hour stream. 1 hour alone just going through this book. 283. Oops, don't want to sign up. 283. Done. The art shop. 313. $348. Skyblock Museum. 357 was that? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of these today, I will say. I just want to at least take note of them all. Tanya Art Studio. And Fuckberg Museum. Gallery and shop. Okay, so 3 on all of them. 73, 75, and 81. 373, 375, and 381, you said? Yeah. There's another art shop on this one. Just double checking all the other places I just read. 390. And that's one page of stuff. Lethal Mansion. Stuff Island. Art House is a place. 417. Now that I've written on page 2, is it going to open me on page 2 every time? So 421, it's not. There's the art rooms. Canvas City could be an art place, and that's why it's called that. So I'll keep that in mind. 234 and 238. Or what do I mean 2? 4. 4. 434 and 438. 434, 438. Okay, we've only got a few more pages left. And the only other gallery I saw in all that was 483. All right. What the let's head. Should we just go straight to... Do I even have it favorited? Yes, I do. We're gonna start with 205. Yep, this one. And I'll just put A next to the ones that I've gone to so I remember what place I'm at. They have a shop as well. I'll check out the shop in case that's an art shop. Is this place the gallery, though? It wouldn't be another empty gallery, would it? I wouldn't... I wouldn't come to an Waystone. I mean, there's modern art outside over there. Jesus Christ, that... I didn't expect that for some reason. Jean-Pierre was so nice to me. Oh, now Jean-Pierre's pissed. Jean-Pierre's getting back shots at the counter, though. Someone might want to look into that. I forgot I purchased Wokeeper Dog. Let's check out their shop. See if they at least have some paintings for sale or something. There's selling canvases and palettes. And where did this put us? Okay, not far from where we want to be. 238, 235. Okay, so this is backwards. Good, because the next spot is 230. Dude, my dentist appointment? Am I right? Am I right? Apple fridge, art gallery. Let's check it out. Hey, Waystone. Give art. Should I should give art, shouldn't I? I'll give them some art. I'll give them a copy of Grey Death. I like Grey. Oh, should I give them? I'll give them a copy of Grey Death and a copy of Vivid Lucidity. Let me just make sure I'm not leaving myself naked here. Grey Death and a Vivid Lucidity. Okay, so I have the original of both of these paintings. Okay. So I'm not leaving myself without the ability to make copies. But these are two of my favorite paintings of mine. Because I think they're both pretty funny. So I'll give them that art. Personal gallery / shop. So they're selling some paintings here? Whoa, lag. I already have a phone on display. I'm sorry, but I don't really care about Perry the Platypus. Ooh. Okay, I know I don't have the space in just my regular gallery for like multiple canvas things, but I assume this is Sybil from Pseudo Regalia. And Pseudo Regalia has a special place in my heart. I started going through like a pretty rough time in my life when I played through that game. Like, something really bad happened to me, and then I spent a week playing through Pseudo Regalia and, side note, eating like a grilled cheese with tomato soup every day. That's just what I did. Yeah, I played Pseudo Regalia every day for a week until I beat it. And I also ate a grilled cheese with tomato sauce every day of that week as well. So that game just randomly holds like a fond place in my heart. I didn't even like the game that much. Artistically, it was a very pretty game. It was beautiful. But the world was kind of dry and empty. The enemies weren't that interesting. There's like one boss fight in the tutorial and then a boss fight at the end of the game. It feels incomplete for a game that I think is finished. Like, I think the guy that made it is like done with it. But just like environmental factors meant I had like a better time with that game than I probably would have if I played it nowadays. Um, I also like Toriel. Undertale is like my childhood or one of my childhood games. So I'll buy Toriel. Support local artists, you know. But this gallery is a separate gallery, right? Employees only. Is this a gallery? Okay, that's got to be for the door as well. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, this is kind of a gallery. I mean, I'm walking around this place and there's some paintings and pictures on the walls. Where is this? Is this area a place I've been before? Hold on. Have I been to this town? No. There's a waystone out there that I haven't collected. I'm too lazy to go collect it now. Let's just move on to the next gallery. Back to backrooms middle. Next we're going to 237. Which is this way. $237. Museum of Cola Cop 3 or Cola Cope. They have a waystone. And, albeit very low quality, but they actually have paintings to look at. That to me looks like Mr. Krabs, and that's the Hulk. That's Mario and Luigi. This is a fun one actually. That's gotta be God, what's the name of the guy? Is it Johnny Test? I don't know. It's some like cartoon that I haven't seen. Haven't watched. That looks Morty-esque, but it feels weird that it wouldn't come with a Rick. That looks like a Simpson. I don't know if it is a Simpson. That's got to be the Lorax. That's Squidward, and that's SpongeBob. Absolutely. Are there two SpongeBobs? Yeah, this is kind of a fun one, actually. But I doubt I'd recognize, like, most of these characters. Or, like, what they're meant to be. Or is it Johnny Bravo? I'm looking this up. Which one's Johnny Test? That's Johnny Test? Who's Johnny Bravo? Yep, Johnny Bravo is the one I meant. This is Johnny Bravo. I knew his name was Johnny. Okay, and there's some higher quality stuff over here. Big fan of Celeste. Celeste is one of my favorite games of all time. So very cool there. Some more of these like pixelated things. That looks like the Beast Titan. I don't know if it's just like meant to be a monkey or if it's actually the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan. but it looks like the Beast Titan. I didn't hate, but I didn't love Attack on Titan. That Attack on Titan was, I think, the first thing I watched this year. Watched that back in January. Attack on Titan. I liked the first part of it. I was really digging it in like the first part. And then the second part kind of like was lame. I didn't really like it. I just thought it was kind of lame. I watched it because I wanted to see if it like I wanted to see if the hype around it was justified, and I don't think it was really. What other animes did I watch this year? I watched Spy X Family. I didn't realize that so little of it was out. I thought more of it was out. So it sucks I'm gonna have to wait to see more of that anime. I watched Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero, both very good animes. Honestly, Steins Gate being one of the like top 10 highest animes, rated animes of all time, is justified. It was pretty good. Yeah, this one. 257. Have I watched any other anime this year? Oh yeah, my friends made me watch Nukatashi, otherwise known as the Pervert Island anime. And I had to give it a minimum of 6 on my anime list because it wasn't awful. But it was also a maximum of 6 because it wasn't a masterpiece or anything. It just made me laugh and also made me angry. It very interesting anime, but okay, Midna. I love Midna. I never finished Twilight Princess. I never finished a lot of the Zelda games I started. I started playing Twilight Princess, never finished. Same with Skyward Sword. I've never finished Ocarina of Time. I started Zelda 2, but I didn't finish that. That's when I wanted to marathon all the Zelda games. I played all of Zelda 1, then started on Zelda 2, but stopped playing. I still have every Zelda game that I don't just own on like my Switch or anything. Downloaded on my PC somewhere. And all the emulators and stuff. Someday I want to finish like more of the Zelda games, all the mainline games, because I really loved Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't hate Echoes of Wisdom, because I played that one. The Link's Awakening remake I did finish. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I want to play more Zelda games at some point. Have I watched any shows this year? Just because we were talking about, I'll take Super Nut because I'm a fan of the Mario and Luigi series. And Super Nut's kind of funny. Yeah, I was just talking about anime, but have I watched any, like, human shows this year? I don't recall. I don't think I have. Have I? Because last year I watched, like, Modern Family. That was the show I watched last year. If I watch like a show a year, that was the show I watched last year. I also rewatched half of Dexter last year, but I didn't finish it. Dexter is one of my favorite shows, though. I really loved my first time watching that. 269. Which direction is that in? This direction. Yeah, I don't think I watched any other shows last year. Pretty sure it was just that one. Oh no, I watched How I Met Your Mother last year. It wasn't awful, but all the like hate I saw about it was kind of justified. I'm too lazy to read that, I'm sorry. So yeah, I watched a couple shows last year. I don't think I watched any anime last year. If I did, it can't have been that much because I don't remember it. I would have added it to my anime list though, so I don't think I did. Let's check out the den, see what the den is. Okay. It's just a place. I don't know what's next on the watch list for me. I might return to Supernatural. I think was it last year or like 2 years ago? It was whenever I was playing Kingdom. I know that much. Kingdom Classic. Which, wow, that was last year. It feels like forever ago. I watched like most of Supernatural last year, but then I kind of got bored of it. But I might return to it to see if I let it go too soon. I also just remembered I finished watching The Boys this year. I watched the last season of The Boys. And yeah, it kind of sucked. I I find it so forced and unnecessary that they did a boys reunion in the middle of that season. Like they got Jensen Ackles and the other two, whatever their names are. I think one of their names is Micah or something. They got the core 3 supernatural actors and put them in an episode together, which like I suppose it's not that criminal, but it's like it just felt so obvious that that's what they wanted to do, and it broke the fourth wall for me too much. And they also cut Seth Rogen in half, and I was like, why does Seth Rogen being cut in half and like dying need to be in this fictional show that I'm watching? I don't know. I liked the earlier seasons of The Boys, or at least I didn't hate them, but that season kind of sucked. 271 next, anyway. Yep, it's this place. This place is called Duke Swaggerton's Fine Ass Art, so that... Wow. Okay, there's gonna be some fine ass art here. I can already... Wow. I can already tell. Wow. I want to watch Demon Slayer. That's on my list, because I'm curious about Demon Slayer. I don't really have a lot of anime that I desire to watch. When it comes to anime, I pretty much just pick whatever I know is like popular or I've heard be talked about a lot, because I just want to see if it lives up to the hype, you know. I don't think there's ever been any anime that I've wanted to watch just because I was like, screw it, I want to watch this. Actually, that's not completely true. Earlier this year, I watched My Roommate as a Cat, just because I saw one YouTube short that it was an anime and it had a talking cat in it, and I was like, that's awesome. Or not a talking cat, but like a cat with dialogue. It's just its thoughts, not actual speech, but I just wanted to watch the cat anime because I thought it was cute. And it was cute. And I was watching that while I was playing Slime Rancher. So I was like cute maxing that week. Ah, here it is. I'm so blind. I was looking for an entrance. It's right in front of me. Okay, there's not as much here as I had hoped for there to be. Still very neat. Like, this piece is pretty fucking awesome, actually. And these are obviously well drawn and stuff. But I like the galleries that are just like huge walls of art. I get this is like... This is stuff that he drew, right? I don't know about this, actually. Oh no, it is. For some reason I read that and thought it was a username. But yeah, obviously he's just selling stuff that... Did I say selling? I meant displaying. He's just displaying stuff that he specifically painted. So, you know, it makes sense that there's not like thousands of pieces of artwork here, but... I also like that he's showing off... I can only assume these to be like significant items that he's collected. Because I also, at my house, have some items of significance that I keep in my bedroom as like mementos. Let's go look at my mementos. I have another Discord ping. Yeah, my bedroom is this way. These could go in my art gallery, but these are the paintings I bought from Ponyville. Yeah. I just like, so I keep them here, but vote for Danny Slow-Mo, like, this happened a long time ago, like, towards the start of the server. Someone threw this to me, and I just still have it. The shears that I used to keep my wool farm, or my wool shop restocked. But I'm no longer collecting wool manually, I'm making an area to, like, harvest it automatically. I have donated 145 diamonds to Ponyville. One of them was by purchasing a commemorative coin. The other 144 I sent to Dub Astley directly. I've been a major supporter of Ponyville. That's just a clock. Dub Astley gave me these two items when they went invisible and like trolled me by throwing items at me. And I was trying to talk to them in game, but my mic was muted and I didn't know. So they threw me this, and then they also threw me this. So I just keep them there because it's funny. Oh, and the rose. This is insignificant. I just like the way this looks when it's animated. The rose is one that somebody gave me. When they came to my base in like the early days of my base before all of this existed. And they gave me a rose. I think because I let them like use my furnaces or something. I don't know if it was that person. I've had a few guests stop by. One time someone came by because I offered to reforge something for them. Because I had a bunch of levels to spare and they didn't have EXP. 283 next. And on top of my base, like on the surface, I I have a review board, but the only thing on it is something I put there myself, but it is verbatim a sign that somebody left outside my base saying, hey, I randomly found this place and I used your furnaces and it kept me safe for a night. And I thought that was a cute message. So I made a review board just to put that on there. And, you know, no one else has put anything on there. No one ever needs to. Just that one message makes me happy whenever I see it. What did I just say? 283. Where am I? Okay, not far enough. 283. The Red Pebble Museum. Hey, we saw some of these earlier in the other museums. Oh, this has a production value. Nice. Is it just gonna be like... Is it just like any other painting, but with this fucker on them? On all of them? Is that a WhatsApp? Red Pepper staring down WhatsApp hackers? Phone addiction? Oh my god, dude. What? What? Who? What? Who the fuck had the time to make all of these? What? I okay, okay. That isn't so bad now that I see this. I thought these were all 2x2 canvases. And they just repainted the red pepper or the red pebble every time. Now this one, this is clearly drawn on the red pebble. So now that makes me worried they did repaint it every time. Or maybe just sometimes? I don't know. But it looks like that at least on some of these, they didn't paint it from scratch. Bloodstained lasso, that one said. Is this like... Okay. I thought that was gonna have like some yin and yang title. Okay, red pepper. Of course, of course. That's an interesting system. Fuck it. Whatever I get, I'll display at my... You staring down... I kind of love staring down the barrel of a gun. That's a good one. I did see this one, and I thought in the back of my mind that, yeah, that's awesome. Of all of the ones I could have gotten, I like this one. But, yeah, this confirms it for me. Oh my god, they have a farm. They literally are painting all of these themselves. Or I don't know if they're getting other people to come in and contribute. And that's why these are here, but... Okay, yeah, Producer Pebba. That makes me feel like, calm? Calm isn't the word. That makes me feel like this person is a psychopath a little less. I thought they were a psychopath that just painted all of those themselves. It makes me happy they didn't. Did I just pick up another egg? Pick up eggs wherever I go. Alright. 313 next. Am I going in the right direction? 271. Of course I'm not. I always get lost in this place. Or turned around. 313. The art shop. Okay, this is one of the shops that I noted down. That doesn't seem to have any stock. Dude, I've seen that fucker in like so many places. The little pickle looking man. Okay, yeah. Disappointingly, this appears to be an art shop with no stock. Alright. Well, at least it makes this tour, a little shorter than it could have been. $3.48. Next. I like never read chat while I'm streaming. I normally have it turned off whenever I'm on the server, just because I don't like screen clutter. But then sometimes I look over and the message that I read, like as the first message I read after not looking at chat for an hour, is giving birth sucks, and that's just a little bit of lore. So sometimes I look over and those are the only messages I end up reading. Not that they're wrong about that, you know, as someone with a little bit of experience in that field. Giving birth sucks. This is the one. Facetown Air and Sea Museum. Is this a museum of just paintings, or is that going to be art too? Employees only. Wowza. Dude, I should do that. I should have a titty collection. I should go around taking pictures of all the... Oh, I didn't even see the waster. I should go around taking pictures of all the titty paintings. See, this is the clutter that I'm talking about. Sometimes chat fills up like that. I haven't had chat turned off today because there's like less than 30 people online, but sometimes I come on when there's like 130, and it's like, okay, let's chill out. I'm actually, you know, if the mods don't smite me for this, I'm actually going to go into free cam for this one so I can get a better view at these, because it appears this museum isn't one of paintings, but of aircrafts, which is a really unique idea. And I just feel like I wouldn't be able to get a good look at all the details if I was just running around. I remember an admin or a mod coming into my chat at one point while I was using FreeCam, but I was using it underground and they were like, don't do that. But they said it was okay to do it like above ground if it was to look at builds. So don't at me, mods, if this suddenly isn't okay. But no, this is really sick. I can appreciate this player's dedication Or I assume it's got to be multiple people doing this, because it would be crazy if it's just one guy. But this is a very unique idea for a place. My friend Ben would love this. He loves like war vehicles and shit. And he's also a Carson viewer, so he'd probably look at this. Who do I have to? These are donators. Who do I have to praise for this? I assume whoever has this area claimed, the One Eye. Yep, as expected, they're a frequently returning player. Amazing work, dude. Great dedication. I'm not personally that interested in vehicles like that. Sometimes when I'm walking down the street and like a really nice looking car drives by, I'm like the guy from the meme where he's walking with a girl and he's looking at the other girl's ass. I do that whenever like a really nice car drives by. I can appreciate a nice looking car. But I mostly just appreciate the dedication to the craft. And that was really cool to see. I was walking down the street one time and like 3 like race cars went by. Not quickly, they were likely just transporting them. But you know, like the drag race cars, the ones that are really low to the ground. I don't know if there's a specific name for them. But yeah, 3 of those went by, and I was like, damn. Skyblock Museum is next. Hey! I'll always take a waystone. Okay, I think, yeah, this is another sculpture-esque thing here. Where the art isn't paintings, it's pieces like this. But you know what? I can appreciate stuff like this too. It's been a long time since I've played Skyblock of any kind. I tried getting into modded Skyblock at one point, but it just didn't interest me that much. Skyblock is a fun, like... Skyblock is probably the only way I have fun playing solo Minecraft these days. I have no interest in, like, having a single-player survival world that's just normal. Mostly because my game lags a lot on single-player worlds. Whereas servers, like, fine. Plus, servers are more interesting because they have real other people on them. So if I ever get bored of doing my own thing, I can do this. I could do streams like this where I tour the world and like check out other people's builds. I live for that shit. But if it's like Skyblock and there's like added challenge to it, you know, then I'm down to clown with a Skyblock. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one. Oh, visitor board. Hold on. Am I able to just add myself to this without perms? I am. You know, funny story, the YT is only in my name because when I created my account, my username was smokescream5501. I didn't add the numbers added themselves. And after a while, I got sick of having the numbers, so I replaced it with YT. I don't know if, like, Smokescream on its own was already taken or something. What I do know is that Smokescream was already taken on Discord, so I had to make my username Scream Smoke. But then I friend requested the username Smokescream to see who had it. And the guy accepted my friend request and messaged me, "Yo, who's this?" I guess he didn't notice the similar name, and that was years ago. I'm debating whether or not I should just message him after so many years and be like, "Yeah, buddy, you took my name." Or not like, not an aggressive message, just like a, I never responded to you, but the reason I added you is because you had my username and I was curious to see who had it, type thing. You know, like how people used to message like their number neighbors, like people with one number changed in their phone number. 373 is kind of like that. I'd actually be curious to ask him how he got that name. Because honestly, I thought Smokescreen was like a one of one, you know, like a completely unique username that no one else would have thought of. I feel like I see a lot of names that are like that. Like, who else in the world is thinking of the name? Who can I call out here? SFVMTV. Greedy Ho is one that maybe would be more common, but yeah, there are some usernames that are like so unique there's no way anyone else has them. I don't think this person has a gallery yet. They have some paintings up. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they have an actual gallery yet. Because personally, I came up with the name Smokescream, and my, like, close friends have heard this story a million times. I was playing, like, Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, like, so many years ago. Like, on my Xbox 360 as a young child. And one of the characters, it was on like the oil rig mission, if you know the game and you know the mission. I think it's on like an oil rig. They throw out a big cloud of like smoke gas, like tear gas or whatever. And one of the characters is like, "Look, watch out, it's a smoke screen." And I heard smoke screen and I made smoke scream. I don't know when the first time I actually implemented that as my, like, IGN was, but that became my IGN, and I'm not, like, attached to the name or anything in any specific sort of way where I'm like, yeah, that's me, that's my name. But I've used it for so many years that, like, it feels redundant to come up with a new username, you know? Like, I go by Yuri on Discord, and all my friends call me Yuri. But that's like my friend name, you know? Like, that's the name my friends use for me. But for the general public, I'll be Smokescream. And I'm okay with that. Okay, there's actually a little bit of art here to check out. I like the cats. Very nice cats. They kind of got fucked up a little bit. Someone came and rotated them. Nice art, nice place. Is there any more? Oh, okay. I know I literally just came from here, but I was looking this way. I think I was looking at all these neat little market stalls, but this like large landscape painting is beautiful, actually. Like, okay, I think I'm seeing that they painted one and then just looped it, but like this sky is gorgeous looking. I love this art. I love this color palette. I almost said art palette, but some cute little Pikmin right there. This is gorgeous. Like, whoever painted this, good fucking job, you know, like. Alright, that's a hole to the outside world. Did I miss a different, like, room or floor over here? Yeah, but it's not an art floor. What is that? Hmm. Yeah, not a whole lot in the way of, like, actual art here, but this area looks, like, really cute. That's just, like, gorgeous looking. What a neat little area, you know? 381. In this direction. Fuckberg Museum. Let's go. Let's go to Fuckberg Museum. I already see this place has art for sale, which I like. We like that around here. I want to buy more of just anything that speaks to me, you know? Any art that speaks to me. This place has a waystone as well. Okay, so let's see. Well, I already see Madeline. This painting isn't all that unique. Like, they kind of just copied the sprites, but Celeste is still one of my favorite games. That hasn't changed since I said that earlier. I know this character because a friend of mine is a big fan of Homestuck. I don't know the name of the character. Is it on this? Nepeta. I know that's not the name. Right, but I don't know what the name is. That's like a... Is it just Nepeta with like an A? No hard R? I don't know. Oh! Holy shit. Cute little Hollow Knight thing right there. Okay, yeah. This one speaks to me. I'm taking an... Oh, Mario. That's epic. I love that. Are these other art stores? Oh my god. Yeah, this one... Does this just take you to the Ponyville thing? Uh-oh, am I lagging? What? I guess that one just broke. Okay, there's a lot of art stores here. Let's check these out real quick while we are here. That's a cute Kirby. So this is Fuckberg. I feel like I've been to Fuckberg in the past. I'm going to the wrong place here, I think. Oh no, this... What am I talking about? This one was the Fuckberg store. This one was Fishing Stupid. Sorry, there's my poor memory popping off. Okay, these aren't even stores, but they're also just circles with faces. Oh, that's discontinued. I don't want to spend super long time on these. I'm just kind of like stopping in and like checking out each of these art stores in case there's anything I'd like to purchase. I appreciate every art piece I see on the server, but you know, I'm only making my home gallery so big. I need to cherry pick my art purchases. At least a little bit. Okay, another mostly empty place here. Glenn Quagmire wants to know if I have any paintings of the flag of Austria-Hungary. I don't. Should I? I've seen this one before. There's one of these in, the name of the town is leaving me. Oh, he said, no worries, I found a guy. He was looking, he wanted one. I thought he may have been offering me one. I don't remember the name of the place. It's where I, this is not the correct... It's where I toured the Pie Factory last SMP Online stream. I wish I could remember the name of it off the top of my head. Ooh, there's pretty nice pieces here that I honestly wouldn't mind purchasing. Well, Hornet is awesome. And I kind of like the orb painting too. Okay, let's move on to the next warp plate location. $3.90. Where's $3.90 at? That looks crazy. Hold on, I want to see what this is. Biggest art museum on the server. Well, that sounds relevant, doesn't it? That's what we're here to do, is look at art. So that's how we get back. Remember that. What the that threw me off so much. I thought I somehow, like, actually teleported somewhere, like, completely different. I just accidentally sat down. Okay, this is neat. They have a display for, like, different armor trims. I think this is another place of, like, meaningful items. Femboy seed. Evil coin. Edible swift sneak. Treasure map. V-Bucks. Okay, I don't know how many of these are actually meaningful items. Like, I don't know how many of them are, like, super unique, but... Hey, those are pony art. Celestia and Luna. That's, fuck, I always mix this up. Ember is the blue one. This is Smolder. I always get those fuckers' names, the opposite way around. Is that, fuck, is that Daybreak eating pizza? That looks like Daybreak. There's another Smolder. I've seen this one a few times. This shark woman. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of art here to check out. Let's start over here. I've seen I've seen this one a few times. I've seen the Teto belly squeeze. I don't know the name of that character, but that's like a new gen Fortnite character. I know that much. Is that Cass? Oh my god, that's fat Cass. I know this character by the looks, not by the name. Obviously Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. That's Kana. Can't tell what that is a painting of. Toriel, I presume. Midna. Some sort of axolotl girl. Dommy Shark. A different axolotl girl. There's that painting again. I like that painting. Does she set it on? It doesn't look edible to me. Derpy. Another little Kana. Garfield with titties. Of course, obviously. This fucker again that I see fucking everywhere. Wet floor sign, Golden Freddy. This, I think, is Genshin Impact. I think. Twilight. I saw a Pickle Rick up there, and a Morty and a cock. Of course, you can't have Rick and Morty without the cock. Fluttershy. Poor job. Okay, let's look at like one wall at a time, because I'm gonna miss stuff otherwise. That's something. Which one is this? Is this Raven team leader? I believe it is. That's Meow Skulls. Another Fluttershy. See, I see a Bart Simpson looking shit. This bee painting and the fox painting that I own. I'm just trying to scan the whole wall, make sure I don't personally miss everything. I like what they've done with this painting. That's cool. Okay, let's see. Geez, they really weren't lying about biggest art gallery on the server, were they? It's what looks like an unfinished Twilight Sparkle. Like maybe the painting's finished and the intention was for it to be an unfinished Twilight. House, Bear 5. That's a Dub Astley painting, I believe, from Ponyville. I wouldn't mind buying that one actually. It's kind of cute. They have a large Freerun over here. Maybe I watch Freerun as well. That's another anime that like people love. People talk about Freerun a lot. Maybe I should watch Freerun to see what it's all about. I believe these are Demon Slayer. That's also on my list, of course. The girl from Beastars. That looks like Isabel. That's the Hell of a Boss guy. That's... Is that Lotion Cat? That looks like Lotion Cat to me. That's Reggie. He likes guys, if you didn't know. I see Femtonol. My friend likes Femtonol. Cubone. Shadow. Sonic and Shadow kissing. What? We saw this one earlier. Brazilian Miku. I see some Dragon Ball characters. I haven't watched Dragon Ball. That's not an anime I'm interested in watching, to be honest. The girl from BNA. Haven't watched that in a long time. Stardew Chicken. Pump Cat, I think. Hatsune Miku. Lola Bunny. Yin and Yang, of course. Let's see, anything else catch my eye? We saw this one earlier as well, the Comey one. We saw the monsters. God damn. Sugar Cube, that's a cute painting. And then we've got some like gore up here, like some horror pieces. Oh wow, Clifford the Big Red Slut. I don't know if that's meant to be like goth Judy Hopps or if that's just a generic goth rabbit. It's a neat looking Mario. This is a huge... This is just half of what's here too. Trixie is peak. Minecraft, Amori. See a like blue Twilight or Starlight. Some Kirby's over here. Pretty cool. If that's from something, I don't recognize it. On some FNAFs over here into the pit. Oh, wow. Saw at the corner of my eye something. This place is fucking huge, bro. What is that thing called again? Is it called Bad Apple? Is it called Bad Apple? I might be a fake fan if it's not called that. The tree guy. Bad Apple. I have no fucking idea what that song's called. I think it's Bad Apple. But I might be thinking of the Geometry Dash level, One Bad Apple. Beautiful. Hey, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. That's attractive. That's cute. Goki. That's a cow. Femtonal looking thing again. Freerun Judy Hopps. Wow. Wow. Go Vikings. Gary. Silk Song. It's a very cool Silk Song. I see over here, yeah, like a balloons thing. A balloons. Is that also Koza with a transparent background? I'm getting a little overwhelmed by how much there's just so much. Astolfo right there. Rainworld. It's a flag up there. Okay, and now, like, some of the art is being cut off by this thing up here. So I'm trying to view what's up there. It's being made a little bit difficult. I bought this one earlier. So now I can see what that looks like placed down. Wario. That's unique. That's awesome looking, actually. Someone had the dedication to paint that too, out of like just black and white. And this is a fitting image to be the end here. Well, that's Germa. I recognize that face anywhere. Carson. Bomb on Battlefield is pretty epic. Well, this and this are both to scale just what Loki looks like. He's looked like both of those paintings on different occasions. Loki. The sheep Pokemon, I don't know its name. Kit, from that new show that I haven't seen. Is that just a full-on ass? Is that allowed? Shy Gal over there. Like a heat map of a lovely female person. Sorry, but I'm not even like trying to look up past here because it's too much. It's too much to ask of me. That's exciting. Okay, I see another kit. I like the different sizes of that same image. God of War, Isaac Pog to be specific. Yep. Yep. I've seen this before too. This was also in I think Fraudlock is the name of the town I was looking for earlier. The name I was looking for. Trying to remember. Yep, I'm familiar with that Pokemon. It's from one of the only Pokemon games I've ever played myself. But I played the DS version. This is the thing from earlier. That's cool that's here. What was that fucking thing called? It was Ruby and Sapphire, but I played I forget which way around the adjectives were. I think it was Ultra Ruby and Omega Sapphire. I don't remember exactly. If this place takes donations, I hella want to donate some of my art here. Because I see they have a that's the I think Porville logo. I could donate the Cat Island logo here alongside some other things. Sunset Shimmer from Equestria Cars. I see more Raven team leader. This is a very awesome painting. Just running through here, and if anything catches my eye, look at it closer. I'm always impressed by these like large paintings that take up multiple canvases. That's a Terraria thing. I think it's the icon for one of the achievements, if not like a buff or a debuff or something. Some Neko arc. Another Miku. Deltarune if it was Vocaloid. Some Slime Girl up here. Lego She. Azrael Dreamer. Mr. Wolf from Bad Guys or whatever. I saw a Lola Bunny. Glaceon, I think that one is. And just other Pokemons and evolutions and whatnot. A lot of furry art. A lot of attractive women. Hey, ponies. Gotta love the pony rep. Toy Chica. Patrick. That's the Sybil painting I bought earlier. Okay, this is a big one. This was like half the stream, I feel like, on this one freaking art gallery. But this is a very cool gallery. Where do they accept donations? They must accept donations. Okay. I'm gonna... What are these? Second vault, first vault? Okay, I don't know what the significance of that is, but... I'm gonna grab a few paintings of mine to donate. Surely I have... Yeah, I have a ton of copies of Cat Island up here. I'll give them a copy of A Vivid Lucidity as well. I think I saw earlier I had a copy of Grey Death in here. And a copy of Sheer Will. I can give them Sheer Will. I could give them a copy of Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser is another one of my best paintings. I only want to submit the ones that I think are, like, good. Okay, I see a few. So I need a large, a tall, and a wide. So let's get some canvases. What the heck? A large. a wide, and a tall. Hopefully these aren't copies of copy. That'll make me very sad. Dry Bowser is a copy of original. Good. Date Me, I just think is a funny painting. And I like Cornered. Just for the Terraria rep. I like Cornered. While I'm here, and also so I don't accidentally donate them, instead of displaying them, let's place down all the paintings I've bought today so far. Very nice additions. And then we go back to the vault. So I'm donating 7 paintings here. So yeah, donation box for items and paintings. Okay. So it is for paintings. Alright. Let's donate all of these. And hopefully they will find some value in those. How do I get out of this place? Oh, right. It was weird. So we were gonna go to 390 next. I already marked it off, but I made sure to keep in mind that I hadn't actually gone there yet. I marked it off and then was gonna head there, and then I saw that place. So 390 was Mr. Moth's Island art shop. What a place. Is that... That's... I can't tell... Yeah, no, that's definitely Deku. I couldn't tell if it was at first, because, like, that looked green, but I couldn't really tell. But that's definitely an All Might t-shirt. That's another anime I watched last year. Was I binged all of MHA because the final season was coming out, so I was like, may as well. One of my friends was talking about how the last season was coming out, and I was like, oh damn, maybe that's something I watch then. Oh, man, I wish this was for sale. It makes me so sad when I come to art shops and they're not for sale. I want a B.O.B. painting. I would love a B.O.B. painting. Actually, I should mail read. I didn't see if... I mailed Koza at some point, begging them to restock one of their shops. Their art shop. 417. Uh 417. I know I keep forgetting, but which way is up? this way. This freaking way is up. $4.17. Okay, the warp plate is non-functional. So 421. This side. So it's the middle one. Border Museum. Oh, is this also? Okay, no. Just a visual bug. Wait. Let's just check. Like, this sign is here, but let's just check if... Okay, no, it hasn't been reconnected. Because sometimes it is a visual bug like this. Hey, I always love finding new waystones. Alright, I forget what... Because obviously I'm just going by the numbers. I forget, was this one a... It's a museum, okay. I didn't note down if they were art shops or art museums, so... But I think in here is the museum. Nice. We've got some large paintings in here. Some, like, I think this one we've seen today already. We've seen a few Shy Gals. I don't know if we've seen that specific Shy Gal. That's Rouge. Oh my god! That threw me so much. I've been playing through Sonic X Shadow Generations the past, like, couple of days. I love this guy. I think this guy is a sick boss. I played through more of Shadow Generations specifically today. To try and work through that some more. I've like I haven't been hating it, but in Sonic Generations, if you don't know, to unlock the boss stages, you need to get the 3 keys, which means doing one challenge thing. Like one challenge level or whatever in each of the 3 zones. So you need to do 3 total. The Shadow one, you had to do... There was 4 keys, and for each key you needed to do 2 challenge levels. But those were also the only 2 challenge levels available. So it's basically, there's 8 challenge levels, and you have to do all of them to play the boss fight. And I'm sure they're like 2 minutes long max, but I was like, man, this is just like too much, you know? Like, why are you forcing me to do all this? Why couldn't it just be 1 per, like, Sonic Generations and the rest is bonus? And then the boss was, like, kind of lame, in my opinion. But Sonic Generations is literally, like, my favorite Sonic game ever, so... It gets benefit of the doubt. So are any of these other buildings... I don't know about these smaller ones, but this bigger one, is this an art gallery or is this something else? Okay, yeah, there's a bit of art here. Perfect Chaos is the name of the boss. The big serpent guy. And he is pretty neat. He is a pretty neat boss. We're almost at the end of the list. Let's get through this. 434 next. And let's not forget, I need to end the stream by painting my own Gary painting to submit to the Gary Museum. 434. This one. Oh yeah, this one I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be art or not. Just because it's called Canvas City. Shut off anyway. Also, I just saw fire particles. Somebody just flew by me at Mach speed. 438. That'll be on one of these. I think the music in the Sonic franchise is, like, gorgeous as well. I'm not that big a fan of Sonic gameplay. I don't like how fast it moves. I'm only able to play Sonic Generations because it's such a nostalgic game for me that I can look past how I'm not that big a fan of the gameplay. Because my eyes kind of just glaze over and I click buttons until until I beat the level. But the music is like gorgeous. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these already. All right. I haven't seen this one yet today, but I think there was one of these in Ponyville at some point. Assuming it's not still there now. And that's when I originally saw that image. What? How did they get these here? Are you able to buy these or something on this server? Oh, you must be able to. There's no way they would have. Because I know normally the way people use that crap is you have to, like, piston it. Like, move it with pistons from like, Deep Darks or whatever. They must be, like, purchasable from, a villager or something. Because that's insane otherwise. Alright, there's some very cool stuff here. Toothless as a cat? That's pretty cute. Also, I didn't even think about this. There's a blue Blifford the big blue pup. Okay. That's unique. Unique New York, unique New York, unique New York, unique New York. A shoulder. Gonna get a shoulder. Nope. Alright. Are we almost done? Yep. The next place is the last place. 583. Wow. We really did go through every art gallery in one stream. Well, every art gallery linked to the back rooms that, just by the name of it, was very obviously an art gallery. There's obviously plenty of other galleries that exist on the server, but the warps aren't, like, named after the fact they are galleries. And obviously many players will have their own personal galleries in their homes, like I do. But this is certainly a start of some kind, you know? I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this kind of stream again. Because if more galleries pop up in the back rooms, it's not likely I'm gonna know what ones are new and what ones are old. we'll have to see what happens with that.
Yeah, no, that'll do it. I don't know if I want to go to
483
Quagmire anymore.
next. Oh,
Is
there's
it
Glenn.
there?
I hope he found the painting he was looking for. And I went in the wrong direction again. Looking for 483, 483, 483. 483. The extending gallery. Well, we've already seen that. And, oof. I'm gonna have to save this one for later. I've been here. I've been here. I don't know where I would have warped to here from, but I definitely recognize these walls of, like, hot babes and, just the big walls of glowstone, where the walls are lacking in hot babes. Quite the place, quite the place. I didn't look at any of the art in depth, though. That's why I wanted to do a gallery-specific stream. The girl from Brand New Animal again. Gura. Those look like other VTubers around her. None that I recognize because I only know Gura and Iron Mouse and, like, Shy Lily. I don't think I'd be able to point out any other VTuber and be able to tell you their name. That's a very high quality painting. Some both talented and very patient people on this server. There's the Yuri, the gay Yuri, the Yuri painting again. This one saw earlier. And over here, there was some more stuff around this spiral staircase here. I think the top of the staircase might be where I warped in from in the past. I'll have to check. Maybe? On, like, not the top, but I swear I've warped into here from, like, up here before or something. I have no idea, though. I'm gonna call the tour there, though. That seems like every gallery I could find has been sufficiently explored. But let's not forget, I still need to paint my own Gary and donate it to the Gary Museum. I'll leave this book and quill in here since it's a list of some of the warp IDs, I guess, if you want to call it that, for, like, art galleries and stuff. I'm gonna paint this on the surface, I think, just to have a view while I paint. And because it's been a while since I've been to the surface, I don't often go to the surface above my own base, just because there's not much up there to be seen. just Oh wait, someone actually left another review? Or a visitor board message? Where the hose at? Yeah, I put this visitor board here just so I could... Someone left this sign by the entrance of my base, like, ages ago. And I just moved the sign onto this board, like, rewrote it verbatim. I spent a night here, I just used your furnace, thanks. I am Melon Lord. Do they still play? They don't, that's depressing, but yeah, this where the hose at was not here last time I looked. I put a little tree farm up here. And this is just the glass thing that lets you see into my base. While I was digging this out, random memory unlocked. While I was digging this out, I was watching Black Mirror. I didn't watch all of Black Mirror, just like part of it. That water wasn't there before either. Someone stopped by and poured water down the hill. I guess. Oh. It must have been an ice block that melted. I'm gonna remove this. Maybe it was an ice block that melted? I don't know. Yeah, there is regular ice up here. Okay. I thought someone like stopped by and was like, you know, this hill needs some water running down it or something. Pride month ain't for you, bub. You know what else exists right next to my home? The home of all time. Look at that. But yeah, I like to use this this cliff face here to paint sometimes. So I need to paint my own Gary, and I think I have an exact idea of what I want to try and pull off here. So let's cleanse the palette here. I don't know what I painted last to where this was my color palette. I don't think Grey Death was my last painting, but it's the last thing I remember painting. So I'm gonna start with just blue. I need ocean. I need ocean and sky. So this is cyan like a good sky. I don't want to get too like into it with custom colors. How do you make a good skyline? I might just make it nighttime so that I can do like, let's do a dark blue for the ocean. Actually, maybe dark blue with a little bit of light in there. Just because I'm gonna want dark blue for Gary's body. Just gonna say it now. I'm going for something inspired vaguely by Tomodachi Life. So we've got ocean here. Now we're gonna have some land. Outline it with like rocky structure. This is framed like not dissimilarly to You Did Good Kid, which is one of my oldest paintings. But it's different to that. I kind of want to lighten up the bottom portion of the skyline. Wait, here, let's do this. Because I don't want to draw it like that. I want to draw it a little more like this. And if I had done what I'm doing now with just the low opacity white, it would have doubled up on these overlapping corners. So there we go. Maybe I put some stars in the sky too, but just like little hints of stars here and there. I'm just painting backdrop right now, and most of this is about to get covered up. So there's going to be a little man down here. So let's give him brown shoes. Cyan is a good trouser color. Let's go red shirt. Yeah, I like red shirt. Now I need a fleshy color. I think orange with a bit of pink and white gets a good flesh. Yep. And he's going to be looking off into the distance. Hair here, of course. That's a man. Like, come on, that's a full guy right there. He's looking off into the distance, and what is coming out of the skyline other than... I'm gonna close it and reopen it real quick. Other than Gary himself in the skyline. Gary has, is just Steve body. So I think I want like a more cyan color shirt, but I don't know if I want Minecraft cyan, which is this, or if I want like to put blue and green together. That ain't right. What if I try like light blue and lime? Then that's too green. I think Minecraft cyan is just what I need. So let's put... I can't have too much body, I feel. Let's do like shoulder here. Like if this is shoulder and this is shoulder. So far we've just got essence of Gary. Then like this is like neck, you know. And to separate the shoulder from the rest, as usual, I'm just gonna do this and then color pick our little thing here. To separate the shoulder from the rest, make it darker for some depth. Hell. Hell. Heck. I went into the ocean a little bit. And then here's gonna be head. And then I need his iconic Gary face, which is like but he looks like he's looking over that way. That can't be. He needs to be very clearly looking at the character here. Yeah, this might be it. I might put a little bit of like this, just outlining that, and like maybe a little bit of light outlining this. And then would something like this look good? Doesn't look not good, just like detailing the water slightly. What about on the shirt to give like wrinkles? I don't know, I might be reaching with that one. I think I'm happy with that. That's as good as that's gonna get. I'm gonna call it Living the Dream. That'll be my Gary painting for the Gary Museum. Let's go get a copy made for the Gary Museum. And I can put this one in my gallery. Let's do this. Okay. That. Yeah, I'll put the original in my place. I'm gonna have to go to the back rooms to re-find the Gary Museum. The Gary Gallery, whatever it was called. It was one of the earliest places we went to, so it should be pretty close to the start. And I think it was also blue. Not that I'm only reading blue text. I remember going to Stardew Valley before the Gary Gallery. But I also saw... I don't think I ever went to Big Shrimpin's Museum Islands. That's one I may have missed. But honestly, I'm getting a little fatigued, so we're gonna find the Gary Gallery and wrap this up. They took my picture. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that that's my skin right now. uh, let's see. Oh God, where is it? There's no way I went to Sugat's art collection before I went to the Gary Gallery. The Gary Gallery was not in the 200s. Am I going crazy here? How have I not found this yet? I remember the Blue Truck Museum. That was way after Gary. Oh my God, it's on the same page as Stardew Valley. It's 118. The Gary Museum. Christ, that took way too long to find. Alright, let's go donate my Gary. I almost said gallery. It was, yeah, this way. I also knew it had a waystone, so I could have just looked for that, but I honestly find the waystone menu a little frustrating to navigate. But yeah, here's my Gary. Gary donated. Got this picture of me now. Somebody took for me. And I can probably look for somewhere to hang these up somewhere. Unfortunately, even though these big walls look like a good spot, first of all, I don't want to cover up this nice little texture I made. Second of all, it's centered by one block, so if I put this in like the middle of a spot, 'cause this is 6 tiles wide, it wouldn't fit. I could do it as a carpet, lol. I could place it just on the floor somewhere. But whatever, I don't need to worry about that too much right now. Just, actually, don't I have a chest of... Well, this is something that was given to me. So I guess I can put these up there with that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up now, because I'm getting a little fatigued. And I mean also, that's just the natural end point of the stream. I've explored every art gallery that I could find. And it was a fun one. I'm kind of upset that some of the galleries weren't like made yet or finished. And a lot of the stores just weren't selling stuff. But other than that, I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I had this idea. So yeah. Cool stuff. SMP online. Cool stuff. I'm gonna go now though. So peace.